Hi, this is Kenton from ProfitNotVanity.com. Now, we're going to talk about making your business stand out more on Facebook, reaching more people. The concept of social reach on Facebook is the idea that if somebody's using Facebook, if they're navigating it in the normal way, things will catch their eye and they may click on those things and read them, watch them. They may share them with their friends, they may click like buttons, depending on how engaging the content is, how interesting it is to them. And by clicking these buttons, by interacting with things on Facebook, the content that they're interested in may get shared or may get seen by their friends. Also, Facebook notice if people tend to look at things, and they will tend to report the fact that that thing is getting popular and people are looking at it to other people. Now, looking at this article on the BBC News website, they're reporting on a study that suggested that in less than 4 degrees of separation, you are connected, or a person on Facebook is connected with 900 million people, or at least that's the number of people who are on Facebook as of today. And this is suggesting that in 4 degrees of separation, that what you do on Facebook can be reported to quite a lot of other people. Looking at the wording of this, it says that the authors of this report said that when you're considering another person in the world, a friend of your friend knows a friend of their friend. So quite literally, if you post something on Facebook and if that's popular, if people like it, then all you need to have happen is for somebody that's a friend of your business to click on it, for one of their friends to notice, for a friend of that person to notice, and for a friend of that person to notice, and potentially you can reach a vast number of people. Let's talk about this for a second. I'm going to switch now to a page of a good friend of mine. I don't have any control over the content of this page, but occasionally I help with the technical side of running it. These little blobs here, the purple blobs, are indicators that the person who owns this page wrote something on their page that day. The bigger the blob, the more things that they wrote, and so 2 things were written on that day, only 1 thing on that day. And you can see that they write very, very regularly on their page. At least every couple of days they write something on their page. They've got 120 friends of their page. Those 120 friends between them have 32,399 friends. So potentially in just 1 degree of separation, or effectively 2 degrees of separation from your business, you can reach 32,399 friends, and at another 2 degrees of separation to that, 9 million people. So this person is managing to reach, with the posts they're making, a fairly consistent number: 232, 192, 223. So around about the 200 mark they are reaching with their page. Now that's not bad for free advertising. 200 and odd people are seeing things about their business on a fairly consistent basis, but that's not as good as it could be. If we spot to a page that I have more control over, this graph initially looks worse. The level of the graph is much lower, but the scale is different. If I hover over here, 239, that blob there represents 239 people in the 7 days prior to that blob. They saw content about this page, and you can see that we hardly ever write on this page. This one is deliberately kept a little Spartan, because what we try and do is we concentrate on the quality of the post when we do write things. And if you look at this, we wrote 1 post there, and the following day 2 posts, and we were able to get the reach of this page to go from approximately 200 right the way up to 1,541 people were reached in that 7-day period. We left it for a few days, over a week, and we put some more posts on, and you can see there that the graph has started to rise again. And I anticipate, although we can't see these figures yet, Facebook, there's a delay from Facebook, but when we do eventually see those figures, I expect them to show something similar to the previous hump there. So possibly something to consider is that the quality of the information that you put on your page in certain circumstances is more important than the quantity of what you put on there, because as I said, 1,500 people reached, unique people, in the 7 days prior to that particular date. just because we posted a couple of things on our Facebook wall. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about how to get people to do this kind of thing, I would suggest you choose a bright member of staff and you buy them this book. At the moment, £4.74 from Amazon. It is a classic, this one. Anybody that's into sales would have read this. The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. Written, it's got to be at least 20 years old now, but he updates it occasionally. And it explains how you can affect or you can influence people, and that's something you possibly want to do on your Facebook wall and definitely within your business. So pop along, buy that. Make sure it's somebody bright you buy it for, so that they understand it and can apply it to your Facebook wall. Hope this has been useful, and I'll talk to you in the next video.